What's up, college football fans? Welcome to another QB Spotlight video. Today's video, the Texas A&M quarterback competition. Even though Connor Weigman is most likely going to be the guy, if you talk to any A&M fan, he's the clear favorite. But even with that said, I still want to dive into each guy a little bit, what each guy brings to the table and what each guy probably needs to work on, right? Even if Weigman is the favorite right now. And as of the recording of this video, no one has been named the official starter, so it's still a competition right now, right? So let's go ahead. We'll talk about it. Connor Weigman, Max Johnson, the former LSU quarterback who started some games last year. Then Connor Weigman finished the year as the starter. His first start was against Ole Miss, which we're going to watch some clips of. But each guy has some similar traits, but also some differences. The similarities are they're both athletic quarterbacks. I don't know if super athletic is the right word. Weigman being more of the athlete that Max Johnson is for sure, but Johnson is a functional athlete in his own right. So each of them have the ability to escape the pocket if they need to. Even if Weigman's a better athlete and kind of more dynamic, they are similar in the fact that they're not statues in the pocket. They can escape if they need to and make something happen with their legs. Now, their differences are just Weigman's ability to throw the ball, right? He's got a stronger arm, really able to zip it, and when he's throwing, he's decisive in his throws. We're going to watch some of these throws, right? So Weigman, decisive, strong arm, kind of, I don't know if gunslinger is the right word. It's so cliche, but kind of what he is. Well, Max Johnson, maybe he doesn't have the arm talent that Weigman has, but I think he has obviously way more experience. He's had some really good success at LSU. Anyone that's watched this channel before knows I'm pretty high on Johnson. I think if he's in the right system or is coached correctly, he can be a pretty good quarterback, but his ability to process the defense, whenever he's on, he does a really good job processing the defense, but at the same time, sometimes he'll think too much and he won't hit the open guy and just hold on to it and take some sacks, right? So we're going to see that. So we'll watch Connor Weigman first. I just want y'all to look at the decisiveness, which is with his throws, his strong arm, and then his ability to throw with touch too, right? He just has really good feel on his throws. With Johnson, we're going to see the ability to process the defense, and he has the ability to push it downfield. That's one thing I want to see Johnson do even more of, is taking some shots downfield, right? And then we're going to see at the very end, both of them are adequate runners when they need to be. So we're going to watch film of both guys, and then we'll kind of wrap this video up. But if you like the quarterback position, if you like anything related to college football, just consider subscribing to the channel. We put out quarterback content on a regular basis, film breakdowns, interviews with current and former quarterbacks. Anything related to the quarterback position is fair game here. So like it, subscribe it, all that YouTube stuff. Let's get into the film. Here's maybe the biggest difference between Johnson and Connor Weigman, and that just might be the arm strength. I think you kind of see it here. Weigman throws a rocket down the middle of the field. We'll watch it. Boom. Good job, right? He's wide open, obviously, but I think the ball's out quick. He's decisive, and you kind of see the strong arm here. Again, I think probably the biggest difference. This was his, fifth play of the game. Sorry, I marked it up. Fifth pass coming up of the game. He started off 5 of 5. Ole Miss, not the best defense, doesn't matter, still at SEC, first start, and I still really like seeing the ball coming out, be decisive, ball's out quick. I mean, that's an easy no-brainer read, but the ball's out quick, and it demonstrates his strong arm. Boom, good job there. Did we get a behind the center angle here? I don't think so. Okay, we'll keep chugging. Here we got a touchdown to the bottom of the screen. Great coverage. What I like about this throw is similar to the last one. It's a decisive throw. Puts it where the receiver can catch it. Ends up being a hell of a catch. Ends up being a touchdown. Boom. Oh yeah, one-handed jab, right? Awesome catch. Great coverage. But I like the throw too. Puts it where the receiver can get it. Puts some juice on it. Also, I like the throw because what the hell is Ole Miss's defense doing? It's 1st and 10. I mean, you basically gave him that throw if he wanted it. But I like the fact that he just took a shot and scored, right? Ends up being a really good throw. Good decisive throw by Connor Weigman early in the game to take the lead. I think that was a 6th or 7th completion too. Here's a good throw from Connor. Right when the fourth quarter started, right here you can see down by 10, right? So you got to get a drive going. Ends up being almost like a little corner type route, but he sits him down. So he flattens him out a little bit and sits him down. I think it's a good read, and it's a good example of Connor just having good feel on his passes, right? Got to sit him down because you got that corner here. You got the safety up top. You can't throw a dart to lead him to the sidelines. Corner's probably going to get it, and you can't put a lot of air under it because the safety is going to get it. So he sits him down, right, as opposed to leading him, sits him down in between the corner and the safety. That's a good mature throw, right, especially a freshman making his first start. That just shows me Weigman is having some good feel on his passes, knowing what type of ball to throw, which is tougher than it looks, right? You have those guys that have cannons that only throw a rocket, and you have guys like Connor who has a cannon but can have other types of throws as well. We'll finish with this one. Ends up being a running play. It's a 1st and 10. Nothing crazy here, but he gets the first down. Just want to show the example of Connor having the ability to use his legs to get the first down when he needs to, right? He also can throw well on the run. Again, nothing there, only bring 3. He's like, bump it, let's go get the first down, right? So able to go and run. And something that Max Johnson can run a little bit as well, but Connor's probably has more athleticism and is going to be a little bit more of a dynamic athlete when it comes to having the ball in open space, right? So just 4 clips of Connor. We'll go ahead and watch a few of Max Johnson and finish this video up. So if Max Johnson is the guy, or for him to be the guy, I think he's going to have more throws like this. It's going to be just a deep kind of dig route here, but pushing it downfield and not taking necessarily the underneath throws, if you're Johnson, I think is a way to potentially get you that starting position. Like we talked about, not being afraid to push it downfield, right? He takes care of the ball. This is a good throw. Boom. You want more throws like that, pushing it downfield. And we're going to watch a few examples where he potentially had some of these throws that he didn't take, right? So again, I think making more throws like this could be beneficial, especially off coverage. A team like Arkansas that only brings 3 or 4 usually. You're going to have some space downfield to throw it. Again, good throw. Johnson has the ability to make these throws. It's just doing it more consistently, right? This ends up being a good play before halftime for A&M. So we'll watch a few more good throws by Johnson, then a few kind of areas to improve on. But again, more consistency and more throws like this. So I think, like we talked about at the beginning of the video, one of the best qualities Johnson has is his ability to process defense, right? I think that's a good quality, and it's also a quality that, like most things, can be a detriment because he holds on the ball too long at times. However, here's a good example of Johnson reading and processing the defense pre-snap, looking at post-snap, ball comes out quick, right? It looks nice and easy, basic throw, but ends up being a pretty big play, right? Getting the ball out quick. So let's see. Yep, we can watch from here. Let me go back just a second. So we'll see Johnson's reading over here. When he sees this corner bail out with the receiver on the vertical route, that's when he knows he has space here. The backer is not going to be able to cover the Aggie receiver right here. Johnson gets the ball out quick. Boom. Then able to get upfield. So let's go ahead and we can kind of shoot to, we'll let it come through. We can watch the behind the center angle. So we can see Johnson's processing the defense, safety going here, vertical route here. That's where the space is going to be. Nice read by Johnson. Basic read, but still a good job by Johnson. Gets the ball out and then gets upfield. Again, something Johnson is really good at processing defenses. Here's a sack of Max Johnson. Again, like we talked about, process the defense. I think he's good at reading defenses, but sometimes we just hold on the ball too long, even with that ability. And this is a good example of it. It's a 1st and 10. I know I talked about wanting to see him push it downfield. There's an option there. There's also an underneath option that we'll see. He has time. Get rid of it, grab it. No need to hold on to it, right? Just holds on to it too long, trying to find the perfect play. And you kind of see, because it shows it from the behind the center angle, and we're going to see a receiver open underneath. So we're going to see a receiver open underneath, and then you maybe have a hole shot. That'd be risky, I'll give it to you. But for a 1st and 10, like boom, you can just go ahead and take that. Also, if you want to risk it, you have that potential hole shot there. But that's an anticipation throw. The ball needs to already have been out, right? But the point of this breakdown is there's options, right? Go ahead and let it loose, rip it. You have the ability, like we saw, just don't hold on to the ball too long. Ends up taking that sack, right? Like this guy actually came open. If he would have thrown it when he's here, then you have the check down there. But now it's just a little too late here. I'm just going to show this one run by Johnson. Like we said in the beginning of the video, Johnson is a functional athlete, right? Can hurt you with his legs. Connor is probably the better athlete of the two for sure, but Johnson has plenty of athleticism if he needs to, right? 3rd and 7. Makes the guy miss. That's pretty good. Then shows some speed after these broken tackles. Boom. Ends up being a good gain for Johnson. I think, 18 yards or so. So again, never going to be someone that's going to beat a corner in a race by any means, but can escape the pocket and can hurt you with his legs if he needs to. So I just wanted to showcase that as well. All right, so just a few clips, and it's the broadcast footage. I like using the all-22, but we didn't have that available right now, so I apologize. It's not the best film breakdown, but it just gives us a good idea of each guy, right? If you want a more in-depth breakdown where we're looking at like strengths, weaknesses, improvement areas, just all that type of stuff on say Connor Weigman, let us know and we'll do a more detailed video and hopefully get some all 22 film. But just want to show those two guys and the demonstrations of what each guy kind of brings to the table. I imagine Connor Weigman is going to be the guy, but again, I think it's worth noting and comparing both quarterbacks. But I want to hear from you, Aggie fans, college football fans. Let us know your thoughts on the quarterback position below. If you have any difference of opinion, let us know in the comments what competition or what quarterback you want to see next. And yeah, like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, and it helps the channel grow. And we'll see you next time. Peace.